Guyana a few days ago, and I took him around, and he fell in love with Guyana. And he was going to spend his anniversary in another country, and he decided, you know what, I'm dropping everything I'm doing, and I'm coming and spend my honeymoon in Guyana. So, thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the wonderful reception. It's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of myself, crew, and Dynamic Airways, I would like to thank you very much for being a part of what's been a big day for all of us, I think. I was not aware in the cockpit of the aircraft that curry duck was being served.
You had a responsibility to
we are very happy to be here. We stumbled a little in New York, but I am a member of a team that was absolutely determined to carry out their mission safely and successfully. Our job was to get the inaugural flight into Georgetown, and my team stayed with it until it happened. If I could make any point at all, it would be that I only tonight a small part of a very big and dedicated team. Thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you very much. CEO of the airport, and he has been the driving force. He's been the driving force behind trying to market the tourism. He's actually the chairman of our tourism authority as well, and he's a young man that I have great pleasure working with, and I can invite him to say a few words.
Thanks, Captain Guaya. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It gives us great pleasure at the CHEDDI JAGAN International Airport whenever we see a new carrier comes in. So we're very happy that Dynamic Airways has made this inaugural flight here today. I haven't met your CEO, Paul Cross, but I spoke with him. We started a discussion approximately 2 to 3 months ago. And even I had some doubts as to whether we could have made the flight at the date that he had in mind. And he was saying to me, you know, Ramesh, if we're going to come, it has to be in June. We have to make the inaugural flight then. And thanks to my colleagues at the Civil Aviation Authority and the support of the board and the ministry, and of course Captain Gavaya, we worked together as a team with Dynamics to pull this off. So I'm very happy that you're here. And for the airport and the traveling public, what Dynamic and the other airlines are doing, they're bringing additional seating capacity to the airline business. When we compare last year to this year, we have at this moment at least 25% more available seats for passengers. So you have choices, the prices are much more competitive. We'd encourage you to support the airlines. Welcome, Dynamic.
To the Private Sector Commission with me, and he's a very fierce man. He's a very passionate man about Guyana, a passionate man, and he's a private sector official. And this is a private sector official that was planned by the private sector into the public service to help manage this board for us. And he's been doing a wonderful job as the leader of this. And so, whether it's tourism, to the Private Sector Commission with me, and he's a very fierce man. He's a very passionate man about Guyana, a passionate man, and he's a private sector official. And this is a private sector official that was planned by the private sector into the public service to help manage this board for us. And he's been doing a wonderful job as the leader of this. And so, whether it's tourism, whether it's business development generally in Guyana or this airport, he's very passionate about it. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ramesh.
Thank you. This is Gavaya, Bobby, passengers of Dynamics Airline and Guyanese. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the board and on behalf of the minister who could not be here tonight to welcome you and your crew, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And you and your team, and to congratulate Dynamic Airlines and Airways on their successful bringing to Guyana a new carrier. The airport and the policy of the government of Guyana is to encourage anyone to come to Guyana, there's a lot of more scrutiny that is being done with the airlines because of what has happened in the past. There are no special favors being granted to anyone. Jerry is a dynamic businessman who has used his brains and his money to bring dynamic to Guyana, and he is pushing a marketing effort to get dynamics to be successful. So that begins.
Thank you very much. Finally, to say again, thank you to everyone. These flights are going to be running every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. The intention is that very shortly we are starting the application process for Toronto, and then when the aircraft come here, the intention is for us to fly into Barbados in the afternoons with fresh fruits and vegetables to start feeding the Caribbean markets, and we are talking about flying from here into Manaus. So there's a tremendous amount of optimism, but this is all tied to the economic development of Guyana, and both from the Guyana side and our side, we intend to keep working hard to make those things a reality.
We have a flight getting into New York on Thursday morning at 6:30. So your things could be shipped on Wednesday afternoon, and you're going to be cooking some curry hassa by 12 o'clock the next day. So again, thank you very much on behalf of Dynamic Airways, and I hope you enjoy your flight and enjoy your day. And please remember to reconfirm your return reservations with Roraima Airways. Yes?
Thank you very much. Has established a very competitive price. Lots of threats were made from the other airlines. Are you going to hold that fare for a time span?
I have a commitment from the management of Dynamic that it'll hold this fare for
Are you looking to put a rise in price in this summer?
Put a what, sorry?
A rise in price.
We haven't discussed it as yet, but I will tell you that the intention is to keep these fares at an affordable level. These fares are never going to be exploitative. They're going to be operated with the passenger in mind. We want more people to travel, and so we'll always attempt to work to keep the fares at an affordable level.
Do you feel that travel agents should hold a substantial price, or they could use their own pricing?
All the tickets are going to be sold to our travel agents, and I want to make that very clear. We respect our travel agents; they're our partners, and we will sell all the tickets through them. They're all given commissions, and they will all be rewarded with their commissions. Say from a cargo's perspective, Larry London is going to be the face of our cargo operations in Guyana, and he's already started contacting all of the shippers, and so this operation will kick off as we speak. The paperwork is being put in place, and Bobby's handing it out in New York.
Yes, we're in the process of qualifying some of the shippers because it's a security problem that we have to understand. And we have started that process. And I expect that within a week, we'll be moving cargo southbound and northbound. We have already passed around some information about rates. The capacity is probably going to be about 15 or 16,000 pounds per flight out of Georgetown. So we are working to get fresh fruits and vegetables. We're trying to work with the farmers to be sure that they can produce. Because part of the problem is that they have not been given an opportunity to really market their product, and some people just don't plant anymore. But we are going to encourage them. We're working with the Ministry of Agriculture. The Minister has given us a commitment, and we're going to do all we can to ensure that the produce leaves Guyana and gets to North America and the Caribbean fresh.
Thank you very much.
Is it a